Hey there, Heather. Hello there. Jeff Cutter Diamond welcoming you to round 3 coverage of the Sawgrass Match Play Tournament. It's a shortened version again, but there is a good reason because I was spending the day at work, and of course, I spent the day talking to my mom because March the 1st marks 3 years since my dad passed away from pneumonia, which led to heart failure, which led to him dying. So, of course, I was busy and then doing other stuff, and I forgot to figure to talk more about ASG golf. So all 16 matches, we're gonna go with all of them being simulated, and then if we go to a playoff, we will go to a playoff, and I will do the playoff. All right, so let's tee off, s'il vous plaît. So yeah, all 16 matches will be out on the course at the same time, I think, unless there's a blowout. Excuse me, I burped. I apologize for burping, as I should apologize for my existence. No, I shouldn't apologize for existing. That's kind of stupid, don't you think? Yeah, I just have some things I gotta worry about and all that. So here we go. No winners yet. Oh, Kerry Middlecoff beats Chip Beck, so Middlecoff looking pretty good. So he's got the win under his belt. Don Fairfield beats El Bezelik, so Fairfield wins. We'll move on to the Sweet 16. Willie Goggin beats Ed Fergal, so Goggins Noggin, so no battle of the Fergals. Let's see if Marty wins. Marty with the big upset of Seve Ballesteros by 1 up. So Marty would have played Ed if it wasn't for Goggin. So bad news, Seve losing. I'm kind of pissed off. I wanted Seve to win. Scott Simpson, big win over George Burns, who won a trip to Augusta last year. So Scott Simpson's still alive. Extra holes for Andy Bean and Sam Snead. So we are going to do the playoff. We've got to do the playoff. Bean and Snead facing each other. Ben Hogan taking down Ben Crenshaw. So Hogan over Crenshaw. That's a big matchup in the round 16. That had to have happened. All right, so Bean and Snead will go toe to toe on the Sawgrass. Bean and Snead. Well, Snead was up by 1 after the front 9. The back 9, Bean won on 14-15 to tie the match with Snead, but with 3 holes left. But they both had the same amount of strokes. So good shot by Snead. Andy Bean, the US Open winner from the year of my birth, 1985, and Sam Snead, the legend that is Sam Snead. Bean will pull back. Nope, over shot. Snead knows what he's going to do. Get on the green and stay on the green. Ew. Pitch shot by Bean. Hoping for a mistake by Snead. 11 feet. 10 numbers. Got it! We got the numbers, so Sam Snead will move on to the Sweet 16, taking down Andy Bean by 1. Ellsworth Fines taking down Skip Alexander 4-2. Henry Ransom beating Ken Green 3-2. Osaki-san Make to Shelley Mayfield 3-2. Sanan. I'm kind of pissed off. I want Osaki-san to win. Sandy Lyle crushing Chan Na 5-4. Pretty Strange taking out Fred Hawkins 3-2. So both Hawkins and Crenshaw, who were runners-up in tournaments in January and February, are not going to win this tournament, so they can't turn their seconds into first, which is kind of bad. Extra holes, Torrance and Harbert. Okie dokie, Miss Goki. I can do that. All right, I shall do that. Torrance and Harbert going to extras. All right, so Chick Harbert was actually down by 4 after 10 holes. So Torrance won on 3, 4, 5, 6, and he hasn't won since the 6th hole. Wow. Harbert won on 11, 14, 15, 16. Lots of ties. So Torrance might make a giant chip job here in the round 32. We'll have 16 golfers. We will have one matchup, a prime matchup, and then if time allows, we will have bonus coverage. I think that's what we do for Thursdays. Torrance makes a good shot there. Harbert makes an even better shot. So Harbert's got a base chance. Torrance better hit the 16-footer. He has a 1 in 9 chance. No! Wow. For the match. Wow, what a choke. Torrance was up by 4 after 10 holes, and he couldn't win 1 hole to save his life. And Torrance chokes it to Harbert. I don't know if there's any foreigners who won. Every foreigner, oh, Sandy Lyle is the only one. So we're going to have 2 foreigners in the Sweet 16. Bruce Litsky, big win over Johnny Palmer in his beret, yellow beret, so Litsky wins. Jimmy Hines, big win over Joey Sindelar, 2-1. Aoki-san Kachi, taking down Serta of Argentina. So big win for Aoki, big win for Japan. Only 2 foreigners, Lyle and Aoki, are in the Sweet 16. Well, let's look at the leaderboard. Round 32. Let's just say that for time. So Middlecoff did well, winning on 4, 6, 7, 9 on the front 9. The back 9 was Beck 2 and 8. Beck actually tied it up after 11, but Middlecoff won on 14, and then it was the same, and then it was something else. But look at the scores. In stroke play, Middlecoff had an 8 under par, which is great. Fairfield Bezelik going to the 18th hole as well. Bezelik actually had a 3-up lead through 6 holes, but Fairfield didn't fall. And Fairfield had a 64 unofficially. Nicely done by Fairfield, winning on 18. Goggin and Fergal. Goggin won holes 4, 5, 8, and held on as Fergal won 12 and 14, but otherwise nothing else. Marty Fergal was actually down by 2 with 5 holes left, but won on 14, 16, and 18, while Seve didn't win any holes, and 2 of them were tied. That's why Fergal had to win on 18. Snead over Beam, you saw the playoff. Scott Simpson looked pretty good. He was up by 5 at one point. Burns did win 13 and 14, but he couldn't win any of the holes, so that's why Simpson wins 3 and 2. Ben Hogan against Ben Crenshaw. Hogan dominated the front 9. Crenshaw did okay. They cut it to 2 down with 5 to play, but Hogan won on 14 and then a pair of tied holes. Means that. Ellsworth Fines only lost hole 7 to Alexander, and he won everything else. I think Fines, did he win? Or was he close? That one match play thing. But anyway, Henry Ransom 3 and 2. Green kept it close. He actually cut it to 1 down with 8 to play, but Ransom won on 11 and 16 to ice it. Shirley Mayfield taking out Osaki, kind of pissed off. Osaki only won on 9, but Mayfield looked pretty good. But Osaki failed Japan. Chick Harbert over Sam Torrance, we saw that one. Curtis Strange won 3 and 2. Hawkins only won on 9. But 4 holes for Strange for the win. Sandy Lyle crushing Harper. Harper did win on 8, but Lyle just looked pretty good. Jimmy Hines 2 and 1. You know, Sindelar kept it close, but Hines was there. Aoki-san won 6 holes, Serta won 3, so Aoki wins. And Litsky crushing Palmer and Define Powder 5 and 4. So that means the Sweet 16 has, well, the top half is all American, so we'll have at least an American from the top half qualify. We have Middlecoff versus Fairfield, Goggin versus Marty Fergo, Sam Snead versus Scott Simpson, the battle of the double S's, Ben Hogan against Ellsworth Fines, that's a good one. I think that will be the matchup we'll do. Henry Ransom, Shelley Mayfield, Chick Harvard, Curtis Strange, Sandy Lyle, Jimmy Hines, and Aoki-san against Lichki-san. So we will do the Hogan Fines matchup. And then, after Hogan Fines, if any matches are still around, we'll have bonus coverage for you. So it'd be nice to see Ben Hogan. I kind of have a Ben Hogan. We could see a Ben Hogan, Sam Snead quarterfinal. Oh my God, that would be a dream final, but it's a quarterfinal. But, you know, dreams can come true sometimes. Anyway, thanks for watching. I'm Jeff Diamond. Less than 10 minutes, but whatever. I do.